my second video. I know Caroline's not here, but it's gonna be how you can get into it. I had my first freak out moment in a long time. Okay. So the freak out moment was the fact that I could not find my lizard. Anyways, this is Camo. My example, I believe, is Camo. You Camo? Yeah, it's Camo. She's dad. Your name. So basically, how you can breed ball pythons, I needed a buddy for this. How you can breed ball pythons is typically a lot of green anole breeders like to put 2 or you can put as many females as you want in the cage. You just can't put 2 males, which that's why when, for example, you're getting into it, you want to make sure you're going to a breeder and not a pet store, because the pet stores, they don't tell you if it's a female or a male unless they have to keep them separated from having eggs, which I obviously recommend in pet stores. But for breeding them, you want to at least switch out different females. At least that's given me most success lately. Switching the females out is a lot easier than just putting them all in, because then it would be crowded with females and the male would want to escape. So in that reason, you would want to switch one female. You would want to put one female in, and then let's say the next day you're going to want to switch it out with your other female. Which right now I only have two females, so I have been leaving 2 of them in because it's not as crowded and they don't have to deal with, like, he doesn't have to be like, I'm the only boy in here, jeez, and it's so small. Because I keep them in a small cage because I don't have a lot at the moment. Obviously I'm gonna get a bigger cage for them as I start breeding more and more, and whenever I get my license, I will be selling ball pythons and green anoles, and as I get into more snakes and lizards, I will be selling more of those. But at the time, I'm just going to be keeping them and hoping for the best. This is basically a project so I can learn how to breed correctly and not harm anything. I have bred these a few times, so don't worry, I'm doing it all correct. Nothing to worry about. My incubator is at my mom's house, so I will have to get that from her on Friday. But yeah, it's doing my breeding program with the lizards is going pretty good. But something I do want to talk about is some breeders just get a really small cage. Like, I've seen this before. My friend used to do this until I told her not to. Not the friend that I was with, like, how to tell if you're female, if your green anole is a female or a male. Not that one. That's me and her channel. That's why I'm like, I know she's not here. We're gonna be posting at least every Wednesday afternoon after editing, and pretty much every day if it's possible, but if not, then we won't be posting every single day. We want to try to do a lot of content, and also I want to get PR from reptile breeders, reptile people, or makeup. I really love makeup. Just saying, reach out to people. For me, I'm joking. But anyways, you'll see me doing get ready with me for this or that, and that would be more of my coquette era instead of reptiles. Like, I'm gonna post not just reptiles, like in my free time. I'm gonna be posting other stuff, not just reptiles. But obviously, if I could, I would be posting only reptiles. But if I see a CapCut that I really like, I'm gonna post it. Just the way I am, okay? Oh yeah, you can really see the light strip now. All right, look at that. see it. I just wanted to show you that because that's how you know it's a female. Because the last video I was like, see this light stripe? That's how you know, pause. That's how you know it's a male. So light stripe means female, just saying. But anyways, so my friend was keeping them in a really small cage and she had like 10 females and 1 male. So I told her to put 1 female in the cage at a time or get a bigger cage if you're just keeping them like that. And she said, I'm trying to breed them. And I'm like, then you're gonna wanna get all 10 of those females out. You wanna get 9 females out, keep 1 in there and it will be more successful for breeding. And then just trade the females out every day until you go back to the same female and stop. Give the male some space, leave him in that small cage, which her cage was about this big, like the length of my legs. I know it seems big on camera, but it's actually really small. The length of this is really small, so I kind of feel bad. But the lizards, like she was breeding like big ones, like they were full adult. I'm breeding younger ones that are now breeding size, which this girl is now breeding size. And he's been breeding size. The other female's been breeding size. Well, she's breeding size. She just needs to gain a little bit more weight, which I put celery in there and carrots because they're kind of obsessed with celery and carrots. But I am gonna go to the store tomorrow and get them more variety because I got these unexpectedly. Yeah, unexpectedly. So yeah, come in. Okay. But anyways, that's what's successful for me, just switching them out, the females. But another thing that I've seen breeders do is have it in a really big cage for breeding, and there's only 1 female and 1 male. Which if it's a really big cage for breeding, then they're gonna be on opposite sides. I had to take their hive out because like the females were in the hive, the male wasn't. It wasn't working out. So don't keep caves in there if you want to be successful. And also make sure you have a smaller cage for breeding, like that's at least